Now. Is it now?
Now, I don't know. He didn't say now.
He didn't say now.
You can't say now when I'm doing the 5, 4, 3.
You've got to go action.
Yeah, I was waiting for the 2.
I know. Well, I could do that bit, but I've also at the same time got to do the moving of the sliders and the pressing of the buttons and there's like 18 different. I've got my light on and everything. There we go. 18 different things to do.
We'll have to get you a little sign you can hold up that says now.
Yeah, you've got to be the studio floor manager and have a big clipboard and things that go action, camera 1, moving over to camera 2, going forward, zoom in camera 4. Could you go a bit closer?
Yeah, I mean, my dad was a cameraman, so that's all familiar territory to me.
That's how it's got to be done. I thought it would have rubbed off on you, Foxx.
Well, yeah, but you can do that when you've got people to press buttons for you. When you actually got to do that and press all the buttons yourself.
But you can make it sound like we have, and then the viewers will think we're very prof.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, don't tell them we're doing it all ourselves.
No, we won't mention it.
Have you pressed the button then?
Yeah. There may be a button. It may have been pressed.
Hello.
Yes, good evening, everybody. It's Monday night. You never think it. Yeah, it's Monday night again. It comes round every 7 days. It comes round, and we're here again. Us 4, soon to be 3. We'll explain about that in a minute. But yeah, welcome. Monday night eModels. Ted, Colin, Chris, and Foxx on eModels.co.uk. Over to Chris because Chris can't stop.
Yes, roving reporting now. I'm here, but I'm not here for very long. I'm just going to disappear. My eldest daughter's been in the hospital today, so I've got to go and pick her up and take her back to her house and then come back to my house. So I'm going to go now and leave, but I shall return. If with any chance, I'll be back in about perhaps 40 minutes, I reckon. So see how close I am to the timing. But yeah,
well, you'll probably make it back just as we're all saying good night.
Yeah. No, I'm hoping to make it back for Colin's What's in Store because.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We'll drive safely. Don't break any speed limits.
I'll driving safe. I'll put my lights on and windscreen wipers and stuff. So I'll see you all soon. So bye.
Broadcast live.
See you in a bit, mate.
He's gone. There you go.
There we go. Yeah. So that just leaves us, Colin, Foxx.
That one.
I.
Colin, Foxx, Ted, and I.
Colin, Foxx, Ted, and I.
I'm glad it's stuck after all these years, Ted. I'm really happy.
We just get a 4th person in, and then we're back to 3.
I know. Right, so we'll just dump everything on Colin now. And
that's all right. I don't mind.
Yeah,
we're only killing time till Chris gets back anyway.
Yeah, we'll just sit here quietly and play some music until Chris comes back.
Do you think we can stretch that countdown clock out for about, I don't know, 40 minutes or so?
We'll keep resetting it every time. Where you at now, Chris? The traffic lights, right? Another 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, that little countdown thing is in 15-minute chunks, so we can just play that 3 times.
Yeah, just bung it on the loop, mate.
Yeah. That means press the button 3 times for me. So.
Oh, okay. Right. Anyway, do you have a science fact for us, Foxx?
I do. I'm just trying to get my camera sorted out because it's in completely the wrong place. I do have a science fact for today. Let me get it. Now, remember, this may or may not be factored into sticker giveaways later on. It might not. It might. Who knows? However, this is the time when I give you... Have I locked it on me? Oh, I've locked it on me. Yes, I have. I'm talking rubbish now. Right, this is when I give you an interesting science fact. Purely to entertain you and get you heathens knowing about science. So, here we go. On this day, in 1927, the 7th Conférence Générale de Poids et Mesures, the CGPM, slightly modified the definition of the metre. It was still defined as the distance between 2 lines on the International Prototype Metre, but it was now specified that it should be supported horizontally on the 2 cylinders of less than 1 centimetre diameter, placed symmetrically and 571 millimetres apart.
We like science because science is awesome.
Yes, and just for those who enjoyed it, I'll say it again. The Conférence Générale de Poids et Mesures. Because I can speak a little bit of French. So there you go.
That's a good factoid. I'm so glad you said it.
Will that be a factoid you need to remember for later on?
Yes. Yeah.
I forgot to get stickers out. I'll do that now while you're talking.
Remember, folks, we give you these little facts so you don't have to use Google.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's where he gets them from, unless it's Google is your friend.
I pull them out of somewhere you don't want to know about. I just leave it at that. No, they're all real science facts. I don't make any of this up. They're all proper grown-up science facts.
Obviously, Foxx doesn't have any internet filters on his computer, so yeah, anything could pop up.
Oh yeah, steady now. It always does. Now, don't forget, of course, if you are watching this, hello, welcome. This is your show. We're going to just sit here and waffle on like we're three blokes sat in a pub for the next hour and a half, 2 hours. But it's all just a chance for you guys to hang out and chat and have a good time. And we depend on you to give us stuff to talk about. So if you're watching this, you will see there's some live chat there. That's just not the actual live chat, but it is like, you know what I mean. If you want to join in that chat, you need to be on the YouTube page. So make sure, if you're watching this, that you click the little YouTube icon that's down here in the bottom right-hand corner of the player, kind of under Ted's head, down underneath Ted. Click the YouTube icon. That will magically transportificate you to the YouTube page where you'll see the live chat and you can join in and type. On some mobile devices, you might not see the window, but you can, if you move the video up, you might see the chat underneath. But do feel free to join in. Ask us questions. If you want to ask us a question or get our attention, put it in big fat capital letters so we have a chance to see it, because we've all got our chats in front of us, but we're old and we've got rubbish eyesight. If you can't get into the chat though, don't panic. You can send us an email, and the email address is always up here. It's ted@emodels.co.uk. And don't forget...
I keep looking, but I can't see it.
Well, you can't see it because you've not got the special internet eye.
Oh, well. Maybe you should just stick it on my lamp up here.
Then it'll always be there. You'll never forget it.
I'll never forget it. Because I usually do forget it.
Exactly. And don't forget, of course, if you do have access to the live chat, if you really want to get our attention and guarantee we see your comment, you can do a super chat, which is the little dollar symbol. It's that way around, I don't know. The little dollar symbol at the bottom of the chat window, that puts your chat in a coloured box, and we can't possibly miss it.
Yeah. And now we will just sit around for 10 minutes, because normally it's Chris's part, but as Chris is not here, we'll just sit around for 10 minutes until we've covered his sort of
Oh, yeah? Who wants to do the who's in chat then?
I'll have a go, because
You want to go?
Yeah, I don't tend to do a lot.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that, Ted. I'd love to just sit back and let it all happen.
Yeah, I'm just a host. I don't do anything. I just leave it to you lot. Wind you up and set you off.
You sit there and look pretty, and we do all the work for you.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Foxx, you're on camera one. Let go. Colin, camera through. Go. Yeah.
Camera through. You just invented numbers now, Ted.
Yeah, I know. Right. The first one I've got a live chat. I watched on Top Shot.
I know. It defaults to the one you don't actually want.
Just refresh.
I don't know why you get the options. Just give me the chat. Just show me the chat.
Show me the chat.
You can't handle the chat.
Right. The first one I've got in tonight is David Moores. There's probably people hours and hours and hours before that, but the first one I've got on my screen when I logged in was David Moores. He says, keeps thinking of Mr. Psycho while listening to the music. That's obviously listening to our intro music, which either sends you to sleep, or as somebody says, it's like being trapped in a lift.
I've got to say, Ted, just say David's surname again.
David Moores.
Oh, so wonderfully northern. Moores, I love that. David Moores. I love the way you say that.
David Moores.
I'm clearly not far enough north because I'm just David Moores.
Sergeant Bones, David Moores. Let me get it.
Got you thinking about it now.
Michael Jackman, David Moores, Mark Scopes, Sergeant Bones, Cynical Steve. He says Metallica would be way better. We discussed that before we came on air.
If you like Metallica, yes.
If you like Metallica, yeah. Now I would go for a bit of maybe OMD, Brian Ferry, something like that, Blondie. So yeah.
I'd just go for Penguin Cafe. I think that'd do me.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what that is, so I'd be more than happy.
No, it wasn't Penguin Cafe. Who was that other group? Something Sad Cafe or something like that. I can't remember.
No, Penguin Cafe was. Doesn't matter. But I like me some Penguin Cafe.
Right, where we go. We're up to David Moores. Ostrich 9000 says greetings, salutations, and hello. Good evening.
Kind of covers it all, I think.
Yeah. Good evening, swinging pig. Swigging pig, not swinging pig. That's a totally different thing altogether.
Swinging pig's a special Saturday night thing. We don't talk about that.
Ted's got his internet open again.
Yeah. Ted's got my internet open again.
Foxx Sports says, yay, the 1970s countdown. Yeah, that reminds us all of school and school times. And
The telly on the trolley.
Yeah. Foxborn, Anders Eriksson, Michael Jackman, Zadster, Beckstorm, David Moores. Cynical Steve, Red Lane, Zaz.
You know, if you read them, you don't have to read them again.
That'll be a name I'll have to read out every week now.
Unless there's like 3 people in chat, in which case we need to pad it out a bit.
Everybody else will be David Moores next week.
Yeah.
Hey, is David Moores in, Ted?
I don't know.
I'll have to check, see if David Moores is in.
Well, now we know where Sergeant Bones is. We have to ask where Michael Moores is now. Not Michael Moores, David Moores. I'm getting his names wrong now.
Are you keeping up with me? I'm now down to Pete Rogers.
I've heard that rumour, but no.
Yeah. And the next one is.
I don't know. I'm not where. I don't know where.
Oh, you're not keeping up with me. I've got Chrissy Mom, Pete Rogers, then Skullfish. Ostrix 9000 said Foxx is very quiet now. Whether he's meaning your microphone or you just maybe I'm speaking too much and not letting you get in.
Don't know. If I'm very quiet, let me turn myself up a little bit. We don't know what you're hearing. It's very complicated at my end. It's a living nightmare. It's hell on earth. Trust me. If anybody's a bit quiet, let me know. The first of our mods that I see in tonight is Dad. Hi, Dad.
Over at Scaly Models. That's the guys with that's the guys with a little spanner by the name. If you're having any problems or want to chat with anyone, just message them and they'll look after you. Yeah. Or they'll boot you out if you're not behaving. Yeah. So
I always say, Dad is a lovely, lovely, lovely fella. He'll look after you. He'll look after you like a mama hen. Yeah. But if you cross him, he'll snap you in half and burn you on the fire. Yeah, so don't mess with him.
I think we've been going quite a few weeks now, and we haven't had to throw anybody out at all. You're all a well-behaved, really lovable lot.
Yeah, just a quick reminder though, this obviously is eModels show, so first and foremost it's family friendly. Please don't swear in chat, don't be rude, and also please don't mention other retailers.
Yeah, we try not to swear. Even Colin's got a big notice up reminding
us. Yes, as well.
I have as well. People think I haven't, but there's the infamous post-it.
Do not swear.
Yeah, we can swear in exclamation marks.
Yeah, we might say fudge.
Just in case I forget myself, because I do some late stuff and I just don't want to offend anyone.
No. You've got the right voice for late night stuff.
I'll do a bit for our friends the other side of the pond, the Insomnias and that, and it can get, especially with political stuff that's going on around the world, it can get a bit heated, but in a nice way, not in a nasty way.
Yeah. I was just saying that, Colin. Just thinking that, Colin. You do have one of those nice sort of dark after hours type voices, whispering Steve Davis, was it?
Sarge, bless him. He says that if he can't sleep, he puts on one of my videos. Now I don't know whether that's a compliment or not, but
perhaps instead of doing build videos, you should just read stories, bedtime stories.
I always wanted to be that bloke, back in the day when they used to say, "And don't forget to turn your telly off."
You're thinking of Uncle Colin.
Yeah, you know where I'm going.
Colin. What was his surname? There was Uncle Cole.
Billy Connolly did one, didn't he? Where he said he wanted to leave it for a couple of minutes and then go, "Leave it alone." So, but yeah,
Colin Weston. That was it. Colin Weston was the Granada, one of the Granada close down guys.
Yeah. But I'd love to do that. Don't switch it off yet. I'm not finished yet, if you don't mind.
I've actually written to various companies to try and get to try and legally use the old Granada close down music in some of my videos. I've not got very far. But I love that piece of music, and I've got it myself. I've got a copy of it. But
this is the thing you have to be careful of, because I can remember when I first started doing YouTubing, I had a bit of Metallica going, a bit of Motorhead, that sort of thing. Not loud, but in the background, and I got a copyright against me, and it was like,
those videos no longer exist.
Yeah, it's like, didn't realise that, but lesson learned,
Oh yeah.
One of them you just don't realise, do you?
Nope. I'm just very quickly, I just know that a few people in chat actually know who Penguin Cafe Orchestra are, so I'm quite heartened by that and pleased by that, because Penguin Cafe Orchestra is a mint.
Not got a Scooby, mate. It's gone over.
You'd probably recognise some of the pieces if you heard it, because they're used on TV and film a lot, but you'd recognise
I've got something in the back of my mind that's reminding me of the Penguin Orchestra.
Yeah, I've got Pythagoras' trousers in my head at the minute.
What?
Is that a unit of measurement?
Pythagoras' trousers. Yes.
Yeah, anyway, who else is in the chat? We've got Andrew Preston. We've got Frogspawn saying Fox is the right way round. It must be a trick with mirrors. Aha.
Well, it's a trick, but you'll see something later on that may destroy the illusion.
Nana Sunrise is in. Hi again, Nana.
Hey, Nana Sunrise.
I've been started at Frogspawn saying that me doing Jack and Nori would be like Rick Mail. Sorry, Ted.
Lord Backlund says this isn't Blue Peter. I'm on the wrong channel. But we can make things out of sticky back plastic and yogurt pots. Yeah.
Sticky bag plastic. No, that's Steve, isn't it? It makes everything like yogurt pots.
Yeah, and here's one we made earlier. We're going down. Rusty Cussing Models. Natalie Williamson. Yeah, she probably. Yeah. He's on his way. David Moores.
David Moores.
Carry on. Philly's dad. Foxborn. Earl D. Monkey 555.
Monkey. Pigsy.
I never got into that.
That's because you've got no taste, Ted.
No,
you have to watch.
You used to be on about. Did you see Monkey last night?
Your punishment now is to go away and find them all and watch them.
The only one I can think of is the Johnny Vegas advert, innit? Monkey.
We actually had one of those. There was a bit where you could buy it when it was still the ITV Monkey. You could buy it.
Yeah, you still get it. Yeah.
So I think it was an ITV Digital, and then they canned the channel, and then I think the ad company took it on. So we've still got one somewhere.
David Moore says it's not your science facts isn't science because you're not waving your arms around like Mr. M. Pike. He means Magnus
Pike. There we go. She blinded me with science.
Put M because you couldn't spell Magnus.
I put in the chat earlier that perhaps Fox needs to do that science fact whilst wearing a white coat.
Yeah, it could do. Or I could just do a Carl Sagan voice or a Brian Cox voice or something. Hang on, I could be like, in 1927. The 7th conference was brilliant. It was fantastic. And it was slightly modified the definition of the meter, which is fantastic. Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, you could do it. Your screen blanked out. This week's guest is Dr. Brian Cox.
Yeah, which is brilliant.
Yeah, there's Colin's comment about the white coat.
I have seen a proper question.
Go.
So I'll wait till you finished your...
I've just lost it because I pressed the blue button and it's gone all the way down the bottom.
Ted's lost it.
Froxball says, Colin, if you've never seen it, search YouTube for Rick Mail's Jack and Ori. And then we've got Cynical Steve, Colin Gaff, Beck Storm, Phil Lewis, Chance of Northwest, and I think we are down the bottom now. Yeah.
Neville's just popped in. Hello, mate.
Yeah, hello, mate.
Mark Scopes, I think, is talking about Penguin Cafe because he mentions something. He says the tune using a telephone ring been used in loads of things. Yes, it's called Telephone and Rubber Band, and it was in the Australian film Malcolm and some other things. You'll recognise a lot of Penguin Cafe stuff from documentaries and programmes on BBC and places like that. We had a proper question.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Phil Lewis says I could do a Heinz Wolf Fox.
Yeah. Oh, Heinz Wolf, brilliant! Yeah,
the great egg race. Now we're going to build this thing here. There you go.
Yeah, Chance. What was it? Cynical Steve reminds us of the great egg race.
Yep, that's what I had. Heinz Wolf. Yeah. Yes. Anyway, we did have a proper question. Let me try and find it. I keep seeing half man, half biscuit in the chat. I don't know why. Somebody asked. And I've lost it now. And somebody asked, oh, here we go. Matt Bradford says, question, can you use acrylics like Pledge or Tamiya over lacquer paint? First of all, Tamiya are not acrylics. They're more like lacquers, but yes, you can. You can put anything on top of a lacquer paint. Lacquer paint dries really quick and is impervious to everything you can put over it. You cannot, however, put lacquer paint on top of anything except other lacquers. So keep that in mind. But yes, you can put anything you want on top of lacquers because they can take the punishment. Once they're dried and cured in minutes, they're safe. You can put anything on top.
Yeah, there is a simple chart available somewhere that we'll post on another Facebook page at some time.
Yes, I will. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll send the picture to James May to eModels to put it on the Facebook page.
Could be an idea.
It's a simple little chart that just shows you which paints can go on which paints, and the sort of basic rule of thumb is acrylics. There's no way to put it quickly. You can put anything. You can put. In fact, now I won't try and explain it because it'll just get even more confusing. I'll get James May to post it up on there. It's like a little traffic light chart. And it basically says, don't put lacquers on top of anything apart from other lacquers because you'll just be sad.
You'll get the wrinkly crinklies otherwise, won't you?
Well, you'll get alligatoring and your paint will melt and you'd be very sad. Especially if it's
however, it could be a nice desired effect if you do want it.
I can remember that happening on my E-Type Jag, the one that I forgot to send Tony Fairclough the photos of. I done that. I made that mistake, and it was straight in the debt hole.
Well, I remember reading an article many, many years ago about a guy who built a studio scale original series Enterprise for a museum. Scratch built it, full size, and he put all different types of paint on it, multiple layers to get the right finish. But he'd mixed in things like lacquers and acrylics and enamels, and it was fine for 2 years. And then the paint just started melting because the lacquers were eating all the paint inside, were still reacting, and the enamels were still curing, and it was horrible, and it was ruined. So we had to take it back, and it was like years of work he had to redo. So never mix and match.
Yeah, a lot of people go on about when they finish the matte coat or the gloss coat or whatever finish they want to do. I actually never get round to doing it. I always, I paint my models, particularly doing military vehicles, and paint them in a matte paint. And then when it comes round to the final, give it a dust over with a gloss or a matte finish coat, I actually don't bother because it just sits in a cupboard and never gets touched again.
The thing is, you don't have to apply a final matte varnish to a model. If it's as matte as you need it to be, you can leave. If you're never going to handle it and it's going to sit in a cabinet and never be touched, it will be absolutely fine just sitting in the cabinet with no varnish on. It's only if it's supposed to be a matte thing and it's a bit shiny and you want to just dull it down, or if it's going to be maybe transported back and forth and you need to maybe keep moving it every now and then, or if you're going to be taking it round to shows or something like that, then you want to matte varnish it just to protect it from handling. But you don't have to actually matte varnish it.
Or if it's a figure wearing clothing, because the shiny clothing just doesn't work, does it?
Yeah, the number of times I've seen a beautiful model and the figure stood next to it is all shiny. It's like, really? You could have just matte varnished the tank driver or something.
But then Bob Monkhouse was shiny. There's a thought.
There is that. Do you like me?
The man of a million jokes.
In my mind, I was doing a brilliant impression then, but on telly, it probably looks terrible.
Yeah.
It was quite good. It was quite good, especially coming out of my headphones. So
yes,
all right. That's the thing I find about a lot of models that you see. I don't know why, but it seems like whenever people paint people, they're shiny.
Yeah, they forget there's a matte varnish. Mark Scopes also asked, does anyone use Future as a gloss coat? To those in the UK, Future is pledged. It's the same as Pledge Multi-Surface Wax or Pledge Floor Care Finish 2 times more shine, or now it's called Pledge Revive It. It's all the same stuff. It's also clear. A lot of people do. I do, and these guys do, but we use it purely as a utility coat. We don't use it as an actual final gloss varnish because it's very good. It's not as durable as a dedicated model making gloss varnish, but for doing decals and weathering, it's a cheap and quick alternative. It's really good for that. And for
I use it as an in-betweeny, but my final gloss finish will always be a proprietary model making gloss,
But you couldn't say that when you were drunk.
I don't drink.
You can't say when you're sober. I mean, if you're making like a shiny, I don't know, sports car or a Formula One car and you wanted that proper automobile finish. I just said automobile like in America. I don't know why. That proper automotive finish, you wouldn't use Pledge because it's not shiny enough and you can't sand it. You'd use a proper lacquer coat then so you could sand and polish it.
I mean,
but if you're just doing decals or you want it for a pin wash and a quick gloss coat for a pin wash or something, it's fine. It is good for clear parts and for dipping canopies and stuff.
It's brilliant for your lenses, your indicators, your headlights, your windows and stuff like that.
Yeah. Some people do get up in arms about it and say how it goes yellow and it's not UV resistant. I've never had anything go yellow with it.
Well, I did it with me cat. I had an ice cream tub and I just poured in 2 bottles of.
I wish you'd call it something else because every time you talk about you did your cat or you painted your cat, I think. Cat.
Yeah, you might want to qualify that.
Yeah. Sorry, I painted me cat build because it was Bandai plastic and I didn't want any reaction. Everything had a Pledge bath. Literally straight in, left it overnight, pulled it out, let it dry, and then done my paint effects, and it saved the Bandai plastic.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a good utility gloss coat. It's great for if you're making a Gumpler, for example, you want to make if you've used the foil stickers for the eyes, for the cameras, the eye cameras, They're really shiny, but a coat of gloss can lock it into place. It'll seep underneath and lock it in place, and it'll make it even more reflective. So it does work for things like clear parts. And like I say, dipping canopies, it's a legendary product for dipping clear parts in to get that proper glassy look. Hides little micro scratches.
Yeah, I made a little discovery a year or so ago. I think I maybe showed it on the live stream or whatever. I found a proprietary gloss coat, and I got some Pledge, and they both looked identical, had the same viscosity, smelt the same. So I'll leave that thought up to you.
I mean, at the end of the day, things like the Pledge / Clear, it is literally an acrylic gloss varnish. That's all it is. It's just an acrylic gloss varnish. So there's no harm in using it. Like I say, some people say it's risking your model because it'll yellow. Everything yellows. I've never had a kit go yellow that's been used on. And it's more likely the paint underneath will go yellow.
Yeah,
but I've never
had many years ago, before there was all these different types about. I did have a model go yellow on me, and that was because I used a Humbrol gloss varnish.
That's horrible stuff. Oh, it's horrible stuff.
There wasn't anything else about, but yeah, I've got a boat. I thought it was the wood. The boat lives in a box, a wooden box I built for it. I thought it was the wood affected the paint, but it wasn't. It was the varnish had yellowed, so there it stays.
Frogspawn says the only problem is getting the correct Pledge. In the UK, it changes name. Or if you're in the US or anywhere else, it's probably called. Well, it's got a different name in every country. It's
Future or Clear out there, wouldn't it?
Yeah, now I think everywhere now it's called Revive It, but it's also been known as Pledge Multi-Surface Wax, Pledge Floor Care Finish 2 times more shine, and also they change the name every time. However, there's an easy way to know. People who are watching, you should write this down now.
Pens are ready, folks.
Yeah, pen. You're going to learn. I'm going to give you a knowledge bomb. I'm going to put knowledge into your mind.
Is this another Foxx factoid?
This is a useful Foxx factoid. No matter what the name is. Because they do have other products that sound a bit similar. But first of all, if it's got the word cleaner on it, you'll just strip the paint off. Don't use that. If you look through it, it's a clear liquid. If you look through it, on the inside of the label, it will have some blurb. It will say the formula number. And the formula number, which I have stored on my telephoness here, I shall tell you. It's under P for Pledge. Because people kept asking me and I kept forgetting. You want to make sure it says SC Johnson formula, and it'll be hashtag 35 star 3597. So that's hashtag 35 star 3597. No matter what the name, that formula hasn't changed in 20 years, so it will always have that formula number. So if it's the modern bottles, clear bottles that with the clear liquid, and you can see through it and you can see the thing, it'll somewhere it will say SC Johnson formula 35 hashtag 35 star whatever it was. I've forgotten already. 3597.
I've added it to the chat.
So write that down. It's like watching an experiment.
Yeah. I've popped it in the chat for you as well, mate.
Yep. Oh, lovely. So that's it. So that's the trick. If you're ever not sure, if it doesn't have that formula number on it, you're probably buying something that will strip the paint off the model. I've seen people get floor cleaner because it says Pledge. And I put it on the model, the paint came off. Yeah, you've cleaned it with bleach. So good luck with that one. So look for that formula number. It'll be on the inside of the label somewhere.
Yeah. And it does. It works. It does what it says.
Yeah. There's using the real model making stuff is better, always better. But for something like you need a gloss coat for your decals, or I need to do a pin wash, I'm just going to give it a quick gloss coat. It's fine. It's not a problem.
Yeah. And those model makers like to save money.
Yes. There was also somebody said something. Carl Winch says, "Evening all. Can I thin UMP primer and will I still get the self-leveling finish? Thanks, Carl. Don't thin primers." Is the simple answer.
Primers are primers. They don't need thinning.
Yeah, you don't thin them. The whole point of a primer is it needs to work in a certain way, and if you thin it, you're chemically altering it, and you're potentially altering the way it works. So don't thin primers. UMP can go through a 0.35 nozzle airbrush. You just put the pressure up to about 25 to 30.
Yeah, I mean, I've added flow improver to mine, and it seemed to have done it okay for my airbrushes, but
yeah, a little tiny bit, but I mean,
not a lot, just a couple of mil at the most to the bottle. But
it is a bit. It might make it a little less resistant if it.
Yeah,
it's always best just to use the primer as nature intended. It will go through most airbrushes. I've got a 3.35 Neo. It goes through that at 25 psi like a dream, and it does self-level. It is best primer ever.
I was going to say, I love the primer.
Oh yeah. If you're not familiar with it, eModels have its dots. The ultimate modelling products. Hang on a second, I'm being shouted at. What?
It's that stuff.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Are people having trouble hearing me, by the way, in chat? But Mama Foxx are telling me I've gone really quiet.
Yeah, UMP primer, absolutely splendid stuff.
Can everybody hear me?
Oh, we can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you,
chat,
mate.
tell me if Foxx has gone quiet. Okay, I don't know why. I'm still normal. Let me refresh. Hang on.
Refresh.
And drag. That's not the right keyboard. Hang on.
Oh, right, it's gone. Oh,
there we go. I'm back. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Right, there we go. Am I any better? There you go. I think there's something freaking out there. I think. I think I should be better.
You're in stereo now.
Yeah.
People are saying that you've gone to the left ear or the right ear, or
yeah. I think it's a problem with the streaming software. I think
depends which way around they're wearing the headphones.
Yes, it's a problem with the streaming software, so I do apologise. I can't fix it. I'm not a software engineer. Anyway, yes, we're saying UMP Primer. If you've not used Ultimate Modelling Products UMP Primer, it's fantastic. It's also known as Ammo by MiG One-Stop Shot Primer or Badger Steinal Res, but they're all the same thing, and it's the best primer you'll use. Just get it.
That's hard. Goes on self levels.
Yep. Good. Don't use any other primer. You don't need.
I mean, once you've used it, you won't change. You know, all my primers now are UMP because
it's just the best primer.
Right.
To Frogspawn does say Tamiya primer in a rattle can. Yes, rattle can primer is different. I would agree Tamiya is the best in rattle can primers, but for airbrush primer, UMP done.
Yeah. Just going back to the days when there wasn't all this stuff. There was just Humbrol, maybe a little bit of Revell and Tamiya. That's all it was.
Yeah.
When we first started out, Ted, we didn't actually prime our models, did we?
Oh no, we didn't even think of half the time they didn't get painted.
Yeah, you know.
Just when I was a kid, it was brush paint everything with Tamiya acrylics, and that was it. So no primers. I was like 12, 13.
I think I was before the days of Tamiya as well, where it was painted in Humbrol enamels with a little pot. I remember painting my push bike, a whole full-size kids push bike in a little tin of Humbrol with a tiny brush.
Yeah, I mean, I only started priming kits when I got into spraying automotive paints on car kits and bike kits and things. That's when I started priming. But
I repainted all the white keys on a Yamaha DX21 synthesizer with Tamiya gloss purple. I don't know why.
So yeah,
it took me forever and it looked terrible. Why I did it.
I had the stupid idea to protect my keyboard from paint splashes in the man cave of giving it 2 coats of pledge. Not a good idea.
Well, somewhere out there in the world at the minute, unless they've stripped it off, there is a Yamaha DX21 with a purple and black keyboard, and if so, that's my old DX21. So if you know someone who's got an old DX21 and it's got a purple keyboard, it used to be mine.
It's probably in a museum somewhere. People thought this is quite retro. Let's display it. This is how it was in the.
This was one of them stage keyboards.
Yeah. People are commenting on paints and things. Pete Rogers says brush paint with nylon brushes. Yeah, I remember those days.
Yeah.
Painting used to consist of one pot of whatever colour you had.
Yeah.
Yes.
I still do have downstairs, and I've shown it on camera before. I still do have the only 2 models that survive from when I was a kid. One is a Tamiya 135th Jeep, Willys Jeep, which Ted has made recently, and one is a couple of German at-rest soldiers Tamiya again, like a German guy with a loaf on one with a soup can. And they were painted, no primer, just brush painted Tamiya onto the plastic, and they didn't come out. They've still got all the paint on. I don't know how. Over 35 years, they've still got all the paint on. But yeah, that was just brush painted.
The thing is, when we was young, you used to put on such a thick coat of paint. Any detail was gone.
Yeah, but then again, it's not going to ever come off either. So
I've still got the original Humbrol ones as well. Do you remember the little vials you used to get?
Oh, the little glass jars.
Yeah. I've still got some of them buried away.
You never get the tops off them.
That's right.
Yeah, I learned a trick off my dad that if you put them in the door jamb and pull the door, floors.
Your doors have all got little semicircular serrated marks.
All down the door at about waist height is little semicircular dints.
See, I managed to avoid all that because when I started painting models, it was in the days of Tamiya paint. So
Yeah,
I didn't start till the like mid-80s, so I managed to avoid all that.
I once stupidly tried to open up a Tamiya pot with a set of Stilsons, and the glass and everything went everywhere, and I had the paint all over. So
Yeah, I've done that. But the thing is, you've not been model making in the 80s if you've not had Tamiya paint pot road rash on that part of your hand.
Yeah.
When you've been there going, oh, can't get it.
I-
And you get that kind of road rash burn.
Yeah, the Tamiya paint pots are a little bit like the opposite of the Humbrol paint tins because you can never get the lids back on because they're all crumbed up with dried paint.
I opened one the other day just because I needed a specific colour, and Tamiya was the only colour I had in it, and I hadn't opened the pot for must have been about 15 years.
Yeah.
So I eventually got it off with some tools, and then trying to get it back on again because it had all crusted over. It was like I can't even get it halfway on. It's just it's gone.
Yeah.
Sprudloo says, "What? Turns up a bit later. We're talking about modelling."
I know. Well, Mark Scope says, "Have you noticed? No, Chris, and we're all talking about modelling. It must be him that starts on the what's in your belly."
It's all Chris's fault.
Yeah, as always, it is what's on the bench and what's in your belly. But we'll continue on this theme while you fill in what's on your bench and what's in the belly.
Yes. Anyway, what have you been working on, Ted? I'll do that segue for you.
What have I been working on? I've been working on different variations of filming my next build. I've had a look and I've thought maybe my webcam isn't the best. So I've got a DSLR camera. I've tried that. The sound's pretty good, but the picture's pretty good, but I've got to convert it. So then I've got and trying out my iPhone next, and I've got a microphone to go with that. So that's what I've been working on. I've been trying to get the best quality for our viewers.
Yeah, best not talk to me about film quality.
Hello. What have I missed?
Oh, you're back! Yay!
Anything exciting happened while I was gone?
No.
We've just been talking about you. That's all.
Cool, that's all right. I'll rewind and watch it later.
We actually started talking about modelling, Chris.
No.
Well, you can cut that out right away. That's enough of that.
Chat's been like, what's all this model talk we're on about?
I'm slightly moist from being out in the rain, so yeah.
You suitably got the blame for us diverting off of modelling. So
I don't understand why that's my fault. I wasn't here.
And we've asked your question as well. We've had to ask your question for you.
You asked I don't remember what my question was. What?
Bench and belly.
All right, is that my question now? Is it?
Yeah. I'm just going to quickly refresh because everybody's looking a bit pixely. So everybody, give me 1 second.
Yeah. While we're doing that, says he has an unused tube of Humbrol or Britfix 77, never opened. Must be 35.
Oh yeah, I found some Airfix tube glue. Do you remember the one where you used to snap the end off and put your mum's sewing pin in it?
Yeah,
just so everybody knows, by the way, when I do a refresh, you guys disappear.
Oh,
there's no point talking when I do a refresh because nobody can hear you. Every time somebody says Britvic 77, I'm thinking of Britvic 70. I'm thinking of orange juice.
See, Anders said I was only 35 minutes. So I was 5 minutes sooner than I thought. I'll just sit here for 5 minutes and wait. That's fine.
Yeah.
Either it was all green lights or he's got a ticket to pay in about a week's time.
Spider Q8 says he took ages carefully opening a seized Tamiya pot once to successfully remove the lid and immediately fumble and drop the jar after hurling the paint across the cap.
But did he get the Tamiya? Did he get the Tamiya lid road rash? That's the question. If he didn't get the road rash, it wasn't worth it.
Frogspawn says in his belly he's got chicken chasser, and on the bench he's got a tank.
Chicken chasser.
Hang on, who's this?
Is that a southern? Is that a southern? Is that a southern dish?
Yeah, chicken chasser.
Hang on, where? I can't see that. Have we missed out a lot of people there?
All right, Frogspawn, yes.
Oh, I'm not seeing Frogspawns.
Yes, chicken chasseur.
Oh right.
Oh, chicken
bench and tank still.
Have we missed a lot of people out there?
I don't know. I didn't pay any attention.
I
just saw that one.
You're on live chat, mate.
Yeah, I am. I've got Phil Lewis, belly, fish fingers, mashed and baked beans, bench 196, Revell Apollo CSM and LM, currently being corrected and adding a paper something because it went off a paper model interior to the LEM to be done as Apollo 13 with a blown panel on the CSM. Yeah, he's kind of accurizing an old Revell Apollo CSM kit, and he's having to do so much work. It must be a really old kit.
Either Ted's really good at playing statues, or he's frozen.
No, Ted's really good at playing statues.
Yeah, pretty good at playing statues. Is Ted froze again? No, he's just reading the note. He's just reading the chat.
Cynical Steve says, as Foxx can testify to, as he has some old bits of mine to fix, I never used primer. Yep.
And you're just jumping all over the place now.
No, I'm just underneath where.
Ostrich got belly chicken biryani followed by carrot and walnut cake. Yes, carrot cake. See,
right, I found
it's a thing. Yeah,
I think Ted, you're missing a load out here somewhere.
Well, that was the next one that I saw after you said about Phil Lewis. So
I've got Cynical Steve. Hang on, no, wait. Frogspawn says chicken chasseur.
we did that.
Donald McKenzie says Brannigan's roast beef and mustard crisps.
You've missed a few out now because you've missed Osric with belly chicken biryani, followed by carrot and walnut cake. That was one Ted just did. Then there's A Man, apple pie and custard.
I'm not seeing that.
And no Triumph Speedmaster in garage.
Yeah, something's going wrong with YouTube chat, I think. Never mind.
Oh, that must be the real size Triumph Speedmaster.
Yeah.
Is that the original one, or is it the new? Because they're bringing out some new ones, aren't they? I'm not really up on motorbikes, but that's if it is a motorbike.
Is it? I didn't even know it was a motorbike.
It might be a car. It might be a Triumph car.
Sergeant Bones has a teriyaki hamburger. Ooh, sounds good.
Are you on the same chat as us?
Yeah, he's about 3 down. He's missed out Chancer with belly Toko 177.
I'm not seeing them
for belly sausage casserole.
I'm not seeing them at all.
That's
I don't know why, because I'm on live chat.
5 up from your Sergeant Bones one.
I've got Frogspawn, Cynical Steve, Donald McKenzie, Sergeant Bones.
It's just above that.
Nope. I don't know what you're seeing then. You're seeing none. You're seeing last week's chat.
Just above. Zadster said, I'm about to have proper 1970s food, bangers and mash and beans.
And then Frogspawn, belly, chicken chasseur, bench, and tank. But that was ages. I don't know. So anyway, Sergeant Bones, teriyaki hamburger and no mojo till tomorrow. Then I can start on a group build T55 strong tank with big boomstick.
Oh, big boomstick.
Strong tank. Natalie Williamson says, belly KFC, yes. With gravy? And somebody now is raging.
I've actually found one with Foxx, and I've just lost it because it's jumped.
Yeah. Somebody we know is raging right now. Belly KFC, bench. Lewis isn't working on anything at the moment. We've just started Warhammer Chimera. The kids are slowly working on their Beetle cars.
Cool. Is this KFC because Lewis is away? Or is that general?
I don't know. I thought Lewis was on his way back.
Lewis is driving somewhere, isn't he? He was here earlier, and then he went.
Could be. Maybe he was driving back from the KFC.
Ickle Pete says he's got his bench Fords and what?
What? Is that the one he won? Is that the one we gave him?
That's the one he won. Thanks to eModels. Belly, Domino's, cheeseburger and cheeseburger pizza.
Cheeseburger pizza. Yeah.
So is that like a cheeseburger with a pizza in the middle?
No, it's a pizza with the ingredients of a cheeseburger on the top of it, but it's got loads of pickles that nobody eats.
Has it got on a burger like this, big on it?
Yeah, no.
It's like a big patty about
It's like mince burger beef thing.
So Domino's, it means a hint of mince.
No.
Because when it comes to putting meat on their pizza, Domino's are a bit like homeopathy. They have like the essence of mince.
Yeah, you could do a pretty good pizza on an oven bottom bun, couldn't you?
Do you mean a barn cake?
Barn cake, yeah.
A bun. A bun.
A barn cake.
A bap.
Bap.
Yeah.
Roll.
We don't want to start this, do we?
It's a roll, isn't it?
We don't want to start this, do we?
You could do pizza pitta or pizza on a crumpet.
You've gone Greek now, Colin. That's just not natural. Pizza on a pitta?
Yeah. Bacon pittas.
It's a taste sensation.
Yeah, bacon and brown sauce pita breads. Oh, man. Nectar.
Yeah, that does sound nice. Dave Jones. Dave, my eyesight is gone. Dave Jones. Is it? Oh no, it's a spot on my screen. Dave Jones. It looks like an H because there's a mark on my screen. I was like, Dave Jones. Dave Jones in the belly pepperoni pizza, and on the bench just started an ARV Club 135th Matador. You know about Matadors, Ted?
Matador. Yeah.
That's the thing with a bullfighting, isn't it?
Yeah, the Matador. I've got mine. It's to the cupboard next door.
Was it the same? Was it the ARV Club one that you had? The AFV Club thing?
Yeah. I'm just trying to find the chat.
Trying to find the entire chat.
Bob remembers paying 2 and 6 for a 172nd Airfix Spitfire, 25p.
Wow. I remember once when I was at school, I was at secondary school, 5th year secondary school, I broke my ankle on the very last day of term. So for the whole 6 weeks of holidays, I was on crutches. And I went to the shop round the corner with my mum, and it was in the days when a newsagents would have some simple model kits on the top shelf. And I got a couple of Messerschmitt kits. They were like little tiny, one of them with that little rocket thing on the sled for like £1 back into the mid-80s. There's no point to that story. I was just reminiscing.
Used to have them hanging up on a hook, didn't I? In the little bags as well, the little 1
Yeah.
second scale.
Yeah. Plastic, came in the plastic bags. I just,
Jamie Bone has got on the bench 148th Revell ME109. Das ist richtig. Belly is the 16 chicken chunks. Is that specifically 16 chicken chunks? 16 chicken chunks and large chips with gravy from my local chippy. Ooh.
Oh, sounds nice.
You like your chicken, don't you, Jamie?
Yeah. Matt Bradford, belly, chicken, bench, Blake 7 Liberator, still.
What, just chicken? He just like got a chicken and rammed it in, or?
Modern waking chicken in his belly and on his bench as well.
It sounds like he just like cooked chicken and dumped it on the plate. Just the chicken, rah, 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 Henry VIII style. I've lost the chat now. It's moved.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the chat back again.
Go to the bottom and work your way up, Ted.
That's what I have done, but I went too far up. I'll just try to find the middle.
No, someone said something else about Chippy, but no.
Carl Winch says bench fish and chips from the Chippy. Bench. No, that's wrong. He says bench fish and chips from the Chippy. Bench Revell Mercedes-Benz Actros and Tacom King Tiger.
Maybe he's got it on the bench ready to eat.
Yeah, maybe. Could be.
Or maybe they're both on the bench.
Could be. Maybe he's making a model.
Right, I'll find out where you are.
Neil belly, pork pie and chips. Bench 135th Trumpeter Mill 24. I don't know what that means.
Average Modeler says belly empty, working on a stack of paperwork. You should try food instead.
Yeah, it's Monday night. Paperwork. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't do my paperwork last night. It was eModels night.
Yeah.
If you just send us an email, we'll forward it on to your boss that you're watching on some YouTube.
Dear Mr. Boss, your employee is lovely. Please don't bite him. Thanks.
Your employee, insert name here.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I ate his homework. Who else we got?
Screwglue says bubble and squeak. Yes, bubble and squeak. Everybody knows what bubble and squeak is, don't they?
I've forgotten. I've been a long time since I had. Is it onion and mash and something?
No, it's everything left over, particularly from Sunday dinner, where you mash it all up and then you put it in the frying pan.
What if you had a kebab for Sunday dinner?
Then you mash it up and put it in a frying pan.
What if you had like soup?
Mash it up, put it in the frying pan.
Yeah, there was that.
Yeah, bubble and squeak on a Monday. Yes.
Nebbo's here. I don't know if Nebbo's been here before, but I've just seen Nebbo's here.
Yeah,
Nebbo.
He says belly, shepherd's pie, apple pie,
shepherd's pie on a Monday.
Shepherd's pie, apple pie, and custard. I assume in 2 different bowls because otherwise it's wrong. The bench, we can guess so much blue Hellcat. He says.
all the Hellcat.
Yes. Don't forget, dear viewers, that as well as Colin working on his cat, which has now been finished and delivered to eModels, so we're working on the episodes. Andy at Nefbo Model Making is also one of our builders, and he is working on the big 1/24th scale Airfix Hellcat, which is the size of a house.
Did we do a what are you working on bit while I was gone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, Ted did, and we forgot to do ours.
So. Yeah, I've had to do everything because you're not here.
That's what I'm working on.
And then we forgot.
Yeah, a foot.
Hang on, let me lock on.
Hang about, I'll get another one.
So realism, much accurate.
Look. What are they doing, Foxx?
Knickknacks.
They're dancing phalanges.
Dancing phalanges.
Because I'm doing the foot.
Now we know where the inventor of knickknacks got the idea from.
Bit of foot.
There you go.
Wow. 1-to-1 scale foot in action behind me there. Look.
What colour scheme are you going to put on it?
At the moment, that colour scheme of plastic.
I think you should go for pearlescent or candy.
No, I'm going for realistic. You were there when I got the paints.
Yeah,
we're going for a real bone effect and stuff.
I'm just wondering how you're going to weather it
with bone.
And it's not like us two. He's going to paint it proper.
I'm going to try and do a proper paint job on it. Yeah,
I think what you could do is you could get a load of tagliatelle, wrap it round, let it dry and hard, and then paint it pink, and it just look like a foot with muscles.
Spam.
I still think it needs weathering, a bit of Starship filth in there somewhere.
No, I don't think it's I've got my collection of washes and paints and stuff to use. They do all of these things. They're all sitting over there ready.
If ever there was a word that needs to be spoken with a lateral lisp, it's spam.
So, yeah, the first video will be just purely building as is out the box, and then I'll do another video of painting because there's not much to build. It's not exactly a huge series. It's not going to be a whole, 6-episode saga.
We don't talk about the curse of episode 6.
Yeah, there won't need to be a 7th episode for it.
But of course, you will relay to the viewers how good Lindbergh kits are.
They're very interesting. They're very detailed and very medical. They get all the whole proper medical symbols, so it must be true. Of labelling bits of all the feet and stuff.
At the end of this kit, you could be a surgeon.
I could be a surgeon as long as it's just the foot and just the bones of the foot without anything else anywhere near them.
Chiropodist, yeah.
So if you're a skeleton foot, then I'm sure I'll be fully qualified to look after you.
The sign above your shop will change. It will be Chris Williams, watchmaker and chiropodist.
Well, you could just become a forensic podiatrist, but you're not Canadian, so.
No.
I was
that was a Bones joke. Nobody will get that.
I was trying to think of the word podiatrist, but I couldn't think of it.
Nobody will get my Bones reference. I was going to say something then as well, and I totally forgot what it was. It's probably hilarious.
What are we up to anyway? We've done the book this week. We've done shepherd's pie. We've done Phil Byrne. Have we done Phil Byrne? Belly boiled potatoes, carrots and onions.
I've lost track now.
With beef sausages. Bench still planning his next build videos. Yeah. Schoolfish.
All I see is Frog Spawn saying, "Okay, Fox, how are you the right way round, but nothing else is in your image?"
Deep dark magic.
Yeah.
Very expensive photo editing software.
Because I'm special.
Yeah, it's clever, this science.
Yeah. Just remember that. Here's my clue. The Russians just used a pencil.
They didn't. That's a myth.
I know, but that's my clue. Is the Russians just used a pencil? Think laterally. What? Think laterally, and you might get it.
We're carrying on down.
In fact, the first person in chat that figures out how we've done it is the person that gets a sticker.
We haven't got any stickers.
No.
No, we'll put them in the queue to get one.
The clue was in we haven't got any stickers. Oh, dear.
Super DJ goes down and says, "Hello, Ted. Any plans for your next build?" Yeah, well, if you're watching next week, go back to next week's show and have a look. But,
wait, go back to next week.
Next week's.
What?
Yeah, the gin's kicking in now.
Oh dear.
Or wearing off, one of the two.
No, you don't have to go back to last week's show. This is the next build. It's the Xmas 135 US digger, a big digger. So that's what I'm going to build. I'm just working out, as I say, if you weren't here earlier, I'm just working out the technological side of filming it and getting it to camera, and then I'll start. So that's what I want.
Was that a good lead into us showing the Christmas kits?
That would be an idea.
Oh, you've not done that yet?
That could be a good little linky roo, couldn't it?
Yeah. Have you just done your first Segway without the training wheels?
Oh, I have. I'm so glad I'm sat down there, Fox. I've come over all of a quiver.
No, that's just the way you wear your hat. Well done on your first Segway.
While everybody continues about what they've got on the bench and what they're doing and what they've eaten, people are having a guess now in chat about how Fox is the right way around and his room isn't. We will go off on a tangent and discuss what we're going to do at Christmas.
I'm going to go off on
lots of turkey.
I'm going to go off on a tangent.
There is actually a correct answer as well in the chat.
Yes. But it will become very obvious in about 2.5 minutes. Or less.
Yeah, right. What we're going to do at Christmas, as usual, we're going to do a Christmas build. And now I haven't seen everybody else's because mine came through the post after I'd left the eModels. They decided for me what I was going to build, and it came through the post. And it is.
I can't do that on mine because the camera will wobble.
This is what we chose for Ted to build.
Yeah, it's a Deutsche Kriegmarine Scharnhorst.
Why did you say that in like a Dutch accent? Hello, I am German. I speak like the Norway Swedish.
We are spying from a hilltop.
He sounded like Chef out of the Muppet Show then, didn't he?
I think I should give up trying to do accents and things like that.
It was a very good Swedish accent, just not for a German.
Oh,
Well, we see the Swedish waters all the time.
Willkommen auf dem Kriegsmarine. Das ist richtig. Ja, I drive a Volvo.
It's the Scharnhorst. It's the main tomb build. Warship builders, Scharnhorst. It's a clipped together kit, and I haven't a clue how I'm going to do it because
Yay.
You get some glue and you stick the bits together.
Well, apparently you don't need glue; it just sticks together, and it's a pre-coloured kit. So, so I think what can happen when we come to the crisp build, I'll just clip it together and then sit for half an hour while watching you lot.
Just for anybody who might not know what we're talking about, because there are a few. Over the last couple of years, around about Christmas time, we've sat down and we've done like a 4 or 5 hour live stream where we take a simple little kit and we either start from scratch off the sprues and get it all built and painted, or sometimes I might have it pre-built and primed.
Cheat.
Because I'm slower at painting than everybody else. We basically take some... I don't cheat. We basically take some little simple egg kits and things like that and we build them up over the course of one long live stream. So that's what we're doing at some point this Christmas time.
So Ted, were you happy with our selection for you?
I was a bit shocked when it came through. I thought, well, at least it's not the Dora.
Well, we know you like little boats.
Oh God, imagine if Meng did a little chibi Dora. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, but I've got the paints for it. I've got the Dutch Krieg Marine.
Great, red, black, done.
Yeah, grey, red, black. Yeah.
So do you think you can get it built and done and rigged in 4 hours, Ted?
I think we'll have a good go at it. There might be bits left off. I quite like. I don't know if you can see them on the camera. Can you see them? You see this little fat chubby seagull.
Yeah, little fat birds.
I'm not bothered about the kit. I just want the little chibi seagull.
Well, this is the problem with some of these little chibi tank kits. I'm just going to do a quick refresh because you're all looking pixely again. So hang on for 1 second. And we're back in the room. There we go. Yeah, the thing with these little chibi kits is they're dead cute and sometimes have little animals on them, but you don't get animals in the kits. It's like, oh.
Yeah, I'm going to 3D print my little animals, so you might end up getting a chibi seagull, Ted.
Yeah, little chibi seagull to go with the Scharnhorst.
So that's what you're building, Ted?
That's what I'm building. I'm going to attempt to build it. I haven't a clue how I'm going to do it.
You're allowed to examine it.
I probably won't even decide how I'm going to do it till about 5 minutes before we go live.
As is the way to do it, yes.
Yeah. I mean, you're allowed to, if you want to pre-build it into bits, you can do.
If you want to pre-build it.
Yeah, maybe. Into sub-assemblies.
Yeah, welcome to the Christmas build. There you are. I've done it.
No, but what people don't realise is that you guys airbrushed your tanks last year. Built them, whereas I didn't have the luxury of being able to airbrush them, so I had to brush paint them. So it took me as long to brush paint mine as it did to airbrush yours quickly.
It reminds me of when we did a buddy build in the past, and Dad, who's now going to be sitting there squirming, thoroughly cheated because he had his Beetle kit primed, painted with a surfboard on it, and it was like, yeah, he got busted big time for that.
He missed out the whole build part of the buddy build.
Yeah, he just went on and done it.
I built it, you know.
Yeah, I built mine, bud. How are you doing?
Yeah, don't you dare, he says.
Super DJ says, Ted, where did you get the German U-boat captain hat? You seem to think you have a German U-boat captain hat.
Oh, the German U-boat captain hat that features on my videos.
You got it off a German U-boat captain.
Yeah.
That he wrestled to the surface.
Yeah, we fought in a huge sea battle until I won the hat. But I actually got it from Google.
It's just an image of Google. He does have a special hat, but I bet he's not got it there with him at the moment.
Yeah, I have a number of special hats.
Very packed.
Yeah.
No, not your Saturday night hat. I mean, the one that's family friendly.
Yeah. Yeah, if that's a hat you're referring to, that's where it came from. Google.
Yeah.
Who's next?
So Ted, that's yours. Who wants to go next?
Right. Who's next?
I'll go next. Okay, so Ted's doing a big boat because Ted's the boat guy. I'm not doing a boat because I'm not an idiot. I don't do boats. I'm not doing.
I bet there was great mayhem and mirth when it. Oh, we can send Ted.
Well, then we realised afterwards, we were like, hang on a minute, we've given him the one that doesn't have any weathering on it. God damn it!
What can we stitch Ted up with?
Yeah, but then we realised it's like 3 colours and you're done. So yeah, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot. So I'm not doing a boat because I'm no good at boats, but I'm doing another tank this year. So I'm doing the Adlitam Nama. Was it Adlitam 12A? Have you figured out how many T-shirts done yet? Yes, it's another Meg one. It's the A12 Matilda. I always think of the film with the shooting and the Matilda and the girl. Yeah, because anyway, I'm doing that one. We did all the Shermans and stuff.
Not a little girl with the mental powers.
No, it was Leon the film with the Matilda. So I'm doing the Matilda.
I quite like the guns on these because they look like big blunderbuss, don't they?
Oh yeah, when it fires, it goes. It makes like a pop noise. And the reason I like the Matilda is because it's got these little vents on the sides there, which look just like a Warhammer tank.
Osric says we can't see you, Fox. Did you not click the button?
Oh, hang on. I'm an idiot.
Now you've got to go through it all again, explaining why that's backwards.
And how does that work? How does it work? Yes, I'm doing the Adlitam 12A. There's the Matilda. And the reason I love it is because of these things here that remind me of Warhammer tanks. And that's why I like them. But I do like the Matilda. I love the colour scheme with the blue. And I remember when I was very young and I was learning how to make and paint models. And I've said this story before. I used to have the Tamiya catalogue to look at. And you had all these beautiful painted tanks and vehicles. And there was a photograph. And I'm talking rubbish. It was a how to paint models book. And there was a photograph of a Matilda tank, Tamiya 135th, painted up on a workbench. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. I wish I could paint models like that. And it stuck with me because of the colours and the way it was painted. So I always get flashbacks. So that's what I'm making because I'm no good at ships. And I'll have weathering to do. But I'm looking forward to that. It looks kind of rustic and clunky. And I like the barrel on the back as well. That's kind of awesome. It just looks like we kind of cobbled it together. And I didn't know this. It says on the back, the only weapon that could breach the armour on these was an 88. I didn't know we made a tank that wasn't absolute rubbish, to be honest.
Yeah, it always worries me when we see tanks like the Russians had them, and even the Brits had them, where they just bolted the fuel tank to the back of the tank.
I must admit, I get worried when I see a tank, but that's because I'm in suburbia and it's really weird.
Can I do mine next? Me next.
Go on then.
Go on then.
What are you doing, Chris? I remember to click on Chris now.
We've got the water and we've got the land from the sea.
You've got the tankiness.
So I'm doing the air. I'm doing and plane.
You've been big fat seagull.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried now because I've just noticed that it's got the instructions on the back of the box.
Wow, you don't even get instructions.
So I don't think I even get instructions. So I think I'm going to have to pay attention to the box.
So the only time you've ever seen the back of the box is just now when you've held it up.
Yeah.
I just thought, oh, I've got instructions on the back of the box. So it gives me colours. I've got to use matte black and matte yellow and stuff. It says
matte yellow. Hang on, where's the yellow on that? It's great.
It says US olive drab, gunmetal, matte yellow. Oh, it's very tips of the the props. And matte black for the rest of it, and rubber black and sky grey. So I shall be using probably none of those colours.
Yeah, you'll paint it orange. We just know you paint it orange.
It's the B-24 heavy bomber.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got all the major food groups accounted for now. We've got land, air, and sea. So obviously Colin's got the AA van.
I'd paint that sky blue. Just say it's.
Have you got space? The final frontier.
No, I've got the least likely tank that we could have. I have a beautiful.
Well, it's whited out, Colin. Can't see it.
It's a beautiful pink Sherman.
Pink Sherman.
Yeah. So that's
Paul
what I'm going to be doing.
He's still working on his Sherman.
Yeah, M4A1 Sherman, World War II's in pink, and I'm going to 3D print the little cats as well. So
cool. Yeah, it comes with little cats on it.
By Santa.
You don't get the cats.
So there might be glitter and things like that added as well. Why not? It's pink.
Are you gonna go full princess mode?
Oh, it's got to be done, mate. I'm waiting my princess lessons though, so I need to learn.
The princess is ready to pronounce out.
Yeah.
So Colin's going to be demonstrating how to paint models with nail varnish. My tips on how to spray nail varnish through your airbrush without ruining your airbrush.
Yeah, that's what mine's going to be. So I'm ignoring every single colour that's suggested on the box.
Well, pink.
But I think the kit is pink.
I've not even opened it yet because it's like I'm not opening it until Christmas. You watch, I'll find now there's a track missing. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing, a little pink tanky.
So don't forget, if anybody wants to build along with us, you've got 4 there to choose from that you can order from eModels.
Yeah.
Pop into the sponsor and grab yourself a bargain.
Yeah, but like I say, we don't know the exact date yet. It's going to be probably after Christmas, but before New Year, we think. We're not 100% sure. Also, we don't know Tony, who's one of our fellow eModels.
I can't remember what he got.
I can't remember what Tony got, but Tony is also going to be joining us and taking part. He's not able to join us in the show, but hopefully, fingers crossed, by that point, because he's just moved house, he'll have set up his new work area. He'll be able to come and join us on the live stream. That'll be awesome. Also, we did ask Andy Nevbo if he wants to take part, but we've not done if he's got anything yet. He's more than welcome. We did ask, of course, Simon, our good friend Simon Curry, who's poorly sick at the minute.
Get well,
recovering from surgery. Yep, get well, dude. But you never know. Maybe we'll be back up to speed by Christmas. If so, do feel free to join us.
Yeah,
but yes.
but they're running out of options now, aren't they? Because we've got land, sea, and air, and things.
Well, they could do water, couldn't they? They could get some
underwater.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So yes, so Tony might be joining us, and possibly Andy, possibly, and you never know. If Simon's up to it, maybe Simon as well. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, well, so it could be a plethora of eModels builders for Christmas.
Yeah.
So we've also got to check the TV schedule to make sure we don't clash with Jason and the Argonauts or anything like that people might want.
Yes, Star Wars is Christmas Day. Jason the Argonaut. Well, no, Jason the Argonauts is New Year's Day after the Christmas lecture.
Yeah, it's a great escape, isn't it? Christmas Day.
Or EastEnders, because I might.
When's the Wizard of Oz?
We don't talk about the Wizard of Oz. Not in this house. When that film when I was a kid, there was 2 things that would make me run out of the room screaming. One was the Wizard of Oz. I don't know why. One was the Wizard of Oz, and the other was Grange Hill. I'd just run out of the room screaming and just run down the street. I don't know why.
Just say no.
Just say no.
Okay.
So we'll do it. It's going to be some point, probably after Christmas, but before New Year. But maybe we don't know yet. We've got to figure out when we're all free.
And it'll be does say sorry, unlikely to be able to do the Christmas build.
Oh, okay. Well, not to worry. Maybe next year. So we'll do it at some point. It was 4 hours last year. It might be longer or shorter this year. We don't know yet. We'll let you know when we know nearer the time what the plan is.
Yeah, we'll have a start time, but we won't have an end time. It'll be whenever we finish, or it all falls apart, or something.
Yeah, if the model falls apart. Yeah. Right. Talking about models, time's kicking on. We could go across to do Colin's very first watch show.
Excited to this. I haven't actually seen what they are yet.
We would have cut to you with the Pearl and D music, but
Colin, go.
I need to screen share. I'll take it.
Yes.
Well, not quite yet. Let Foxx do his twiddly thing first, because otherwise
I've got to do that. You know. We would explain it to you, Colin, but we'd rather you fumble and flail because that's how we do. That's how we do.
No preparation has gone into this whatsoever, or any support been offered.
No. We know our viewers want us to flail and fumble.
There's no offers of can we give you a hand, Colin, or do you?
No.
Or it was just have you done it yet?
They've all sat there going.
It's like the generation game. You've seen the experts do it, so now it's your turn.
Now you're fully qualified. So yeah, Colin's going to do his what's in store. There will be a theme. Apparently, I've not figured it out. I never do. I'm an idiot. I can't figure things like that. There is a theme. So what you need to do is try and figure out the theme, but don't tell us what the theme is in chat until Colin's shown you everything and he's come back and he said, right, that's everything. What's the theme? Go. If you answer before, we'll totally ignore you and we won't care. So wait till he comes back and says go. The first person to get the theme right will win and sticker. I would show you on screen, but it's the wrong way around, so I'll let one of the other ladies do that
win
for
a
you.
sticker. We haven't got any stickers.
Okay, what are they winning?
They're winning a mug.
Oh, a mug! Yay! Planning. So yes, you'll win a mug.
Did we arrange that when he went off for his wee before we started?
Yeah. Probably. So anyway, by this point, there's always a lag between the video and the chat. So what you need to do before we do anything is hit the refresh button on your browser and drag the little slider across. So refresh and drag. and that'll mean there's a minimum gap between you and the chat. And don't forget, just because you're first on your screen doesn't mean you're actually first in the real chat, which is here. It's whoever's first in this chat here is the person that wins the mug. I knew that. So anyway, yes. So you should all refreshed and dragged by now. So I shall lock it on.
Well, but before we go to Colin, I've just seen a thing in chat that we should answer quickly. Give people a chance to do the refreshing and dragging.
Okay.
Natalie Williamson says that her and Lewis are having a kid-free weekend to Telford for IPMS, and was wondering, will eModels be there, or will any of you guys be appearing?
I'm not aware that eModels are going to be there as a stall.
No.
But I know some of us are going. I don't know if I'm going, but I know some of you guys are going.
Possibly not, because travelling and me is quite a problem, and it knocks it out of me. So probably not this year, but maybe next.
Yeah, I'm planning on being there on the Sunday, but not the Saturday.
Yeah, I'm certainly going to be there. It'll maybe be 2 days. Hopefully, it will be 2 days, but certainly I'll be there for one of them. And if it looks like Chris is going on the Sunday, I could probably go on the Sunday if it came down to just.
I thought he was going to say Saturday then.
Yeah, that could be an idea. I could go Saturday. Then
If Chris is going on the Saturday, I'll go down on the Sunday. Says Ted.
Yeah.
I like to think that I'll go, but then there's usually something stops me going. And by that point, I've already not got round to. I never get round to booking a hotel room anyway. So
we'll try and arrange for Foxx to be there. We'll have to kidnap him the night before or something. But
yeah, there's always been some external event that's kept me away in the last few years. So
a few people in chat saying that they're going to be there as well. So yes, we'll when we get closer to it, we'll do a more detailed. Yes, we're going to be there that day, and we'll try and figure out. Look for us in the eModel jackets or standing.
We'll take our eModel jackets with us just in case.
Yeah, we're usually hiding behind pillars and stalls and things so that people don't see us. So, but occasionally we'll pop out, especially if you're in the bar and people are offering to buy us drinks. We'll be there.
Yeah, that's where we'll be.
I can't hide because I've got one of them faces that sticks out like a blind cobbler's thumb.
I think it's more just the hat, Colin.
Yeah, that might be it.
And walking around going, "God blimey, fork handles."
Yeah, fork handles.
Let rose. We have had many conversations with the guys at eModels over the years about going to Telford and stuff and shows. It's just that if you don't run a retail business, you don't know what's actually involved in going to a trade show, which involves taking lots of your stock with you, but then how do you then coordinate what the stock you've got and the stock that's in the store and loads of other like inside baseball stuff. So at the moment, it's not been something that eModels have been able to do to attend. They kind of fancy going, but they need to figure out how they would do it. The way their store works, it's not practical for them to take a load of stock out.
No. I think
it's taking the time out to do it as well, which is a nightmare.
James Mate from eModels will be there, but not as an eModels person. He'll just be there.
He'll be James the modeler.
So if you recognise him, go and say hello.
He'll be there as a civilian. He'll be wearing the jacket that says "Totally not eModels." Go away.
You'll be able to spot him because we'll be walking behind him with a big lit neon arrow pointing down at him. James, mate.
Or Ted will just get a giant print out of his pointy hand going like that. So maybe.
Anyway, without further ado, we will now go over to Colin. I'm Colin. We'll now go over to Colin.
There we go. We've gone to Colin.
We'll now go over to Colin. Who was
somebody got speakers on, by the way?
Gentlemen, yeah.
Sorry, has somebody got speakers on? Because I'm getting sound repeated.
No speakers, mate.
It's not you, Ted, is it?
Not me, is it?
I'm hearing myself.
I'm hearing some slight echo, but I can't tell where it's coming from.
I am getting it when I speak and when Chris speaks.
Testing.
How about me? Never mind.
Not when.
Over to Colin anyway, while we sort this out.
Yeah. I take it you guys are seeing me screen, yeah?
Yep, loud and clear.
Right. First one we've got is the Italieri 1/24 scale Mercedes-Benz Actros Gigaspace.
Now, as is the way, somebody in chat mentioned this earlier on. There's always somebody mentions something we've got for what's in store just by accident.
Yeah. Kit number is 3935, and it's made by Italieri. Comes with a nice set of decals and a rather snazzy paint job.
Yeah, it looks rather spanky. Doesn't it? That's going to be a nightmare to put the decal on.
Yeah, that's it. So if you fancy doing that as is, or if you want to print your own decals, you can. comes with the commercial name for the Mercedes-Benz track range. Acros range was introduced in 1995 and achieved a significant commercial success.
I feel a link to the name that's above the side window there. It's my truck now.
Oh yeah, it's got the long haul cab, loads of lights, and the potential, if you want, of putting in a bit of wiring and lighting everything up. So if you fancy a bit of that, that is in store, and it is a £58.49 of the Queen's best pence.
Give us a click on the decal sheet, dude. Let's have a look at some
Let's
of the
have a looky loo on the
sprues and
decal
bits. What we
sheet.
got? Look at that.
Yeah, my Stone Age system.
Yeah, that's lovely.
To load.
You've got that kind of broadband.
Oh dear.
Wow,
Yeah,
you've got that kind of broadband.
Yeah.
Is that your computer or your broadband?
We won't ask you to click on anything else.
Yeah, that's the computer, mate.
We'll be hearing the dial-up tour in a moment.
Yeah, but that's the computer with loads of different vehicle registrations for across Europe, and the snazzy lion decal, etc. So
I'm going to guess that you get correct British right-hand drive and foreign nonsense left-hand drive. As you get lots of different nationalities.
Me clicking on a picture of the sprues.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to guess because you get different nationality license plates, so I get you get.
I'll have a looky loo just to see on the.
Oh, it's doing it now. It's loaded them on there. There you go. Yeah, like in the transit van, you got like the correct dashboard, and then you got the foreign one
you
with
got the
wheel on the wrong
correct
side.
dashboard. But I am coming up with something on my channel, which is how to make a right-hand drive dashboard from a left-hand drive dashboard. So have a look at that. It looks like it's a left-hand drive dashboard on that, I'm afraid.
Oh well, never mind.
Oh no,
there is two.
There is two. Look at that.
Yeah,
it's one there.
Yeah, I do like the way they give you the option there because they tend to give you like lots of different license plates. So.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's a good idea because we had it with the transit vans, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
So
that's that
one. The next one we've got is a weathering set by Ammo by Mig Jimenez.
We've got another Ted. We've got another Ted going on.
That's
Ted, you've got a competition.
Colour set. And
can I just point out there that this is I find great delight in the way that MiG, when they do these packs, they can't say what they're actually a colour scheme for because obviously they can't say Space Marines.
Yeah, that's right.
In the same way on their mecha set they can't say Gunpla, but it obviously is.
But that's what they're there for, and
it's ultramarine blue, and
it actually looks a really nice little weathering set. That, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, it's proper ultramarines with some red.
Yeah, so for those of you out there that are doing them sort of vehicles, that is a MiG 7153, and that is a £15.29.
Yeah, the Ammo MiG paints are. I see Colin's not learnt his menu discipline yet. I'm enjoying this. It's kind of fun to watch as he takes his baby steps.
Yeah.
There you go. There it is. There you go as a menu.
Don't worry, I've been doing this for years, Colin, and I still can't get it right.
Menu discipline, mate. I ain't got a scoop.
No, you like when you keep going over the menu.
Oh right.
Yeah, we all have to learn not to do that.
I'm trying to go up and down.
If people watch us, they see us go all circuitous with the thing going around and round. So the Ammo MiG paints are really nice paints. They're kind of best for airbrushing. And they do take a little practice to get used to. Don't just apply them like normal paints. You have to apply them in thin misty coats, and that's where you have to do it. They're not just like normal acrylics where you can. What do you do, Ted?
Slap it in your basket.
No,
slap it on.
Slap it on.
Yeah,
but you can't with these. You have to apply them in misty coats. If you do get them, don't do what Ted does.
A ghosting spraying method. I
know. They are really nice paints. If you do them right, they are really, really nice.
So they're currently in stock. So if you want some of them, slap them in your basket.
No, yes. I do that bit. Slap it in.
That's my bit. Don't take my lines.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not yours. Can you check it?
He's only been here 2 weeks and he's pinching everybody's lines.
I know.
Absolutely. I've got to have something to do. See, I'm like, yeah.
Well, as we all say, though. As we all say,
you were only on probation, you know.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry, boss.
Yeah, as we all say, we don't know how many of all these things eModels have in stock. They could have 1, they could have 100. So if any of these tickle your fancy,
slap it in your basket.
Menu discipline, yeah. Going as in stock there.
Yeah, and don't forget, of course, if you haven't paid for it, somebody can come along and take it out of your basket quite easily. So make sure
it's not yours till you check it out.
There you go. Radio 4's just told you what to do.
Good segue. That's how it's
Yeah.
done.
Anyway, carry on.
Next up,
Sorry, we're interrupting you.
next up in this super professional segment is the Academy 1/400th scale USS Missouri, kit number 14401.
That's an unusual scale for boats, isn't it? 1/400.
Yeah,
Is it?
it caught me eye when I looked at it because I'm lacking in the battleship department.
I've heard that rumor.
Well, yeah, one or two of us have those
Yeah,
complaints.
and I was having a browse around at some of the pictures there, and I must admit it's tickled me fancy. And
But aren't they normally like 1/350? Isn't that what is like? Is this like a Revell box scale thing? It's not quite normal.
Says he's already got a 1/350 Missouri.
yeah, I mean, I've got a Nimitz that's on the go, but I saw this and I just
I had one of them. I took some pills. It was fine.
yeah, and I had a look at the pictures and I thought, actually, that doesn't look a bad scale. So I've not built in that scale myself.
Mm.
If there's anyone in the chat that has built this, by all means, let us know how it came out. But I'm
I mean,
seriously
I've got a 1/500 scale space battleship Yamato.
Yeah.
That's
I'm seriously thinking of either doing this as a build for myself or perhaps as a future eModels build.
Is that the theme, Colin? Is it things I want to build?
No, that's not the theme because Dora's not in there.
I think what you need to do, Cole, is get that and also get a really big shuttle kit
Yeah.
and do a kit bash and make your own space battleship Missouri.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like your thinking there.
Now I've got the theme from Space Battleship Yamato in my head.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's definitely because Vincent built one, didn't he, over at Mr. Lofts?
Yeah, he put loads of like thrusters and rockets and things all over his over a battleship. I think he had the actual Yamato or something. He had something similar.
Yeah. I mean, if any of you guys out there have built one of these, by all means, let us know.
Mm.
But that's currently at $35.99 and is in stock.
Mm.
Well,
Strap it
yeah,
in your basket.
yeah,
What do you think, Ted? You're the ship dude.
yeah, go on.
That's not very nice. Oh,
Yeah, go on.
There you
Ted's
go.
opinion.
It's got Ted's approval.
Ted's opinion. Yeah, go
Yeah,
on.
yeah, it's a ship. Build it.
Yeah.
Get on with it. There you go. Bye.
Rightio. Next up,
Item number 3.
Cashier number 4, please.
item number 3, and it's from our good friends at Revell. And I
Yay.
think it was the anniversary of Apollo this year, wasn't it? So you've got a 1/8 scale astronaut on the moon gift set.
Yeah, I do love the fact that Revell, they specifically point out it's an Apollo 11 astronaut on the moon. They've got 2 possibilities and they don't name it, and I suspect it doesn't look like either of them.
No, I mean, on this system, I'm not going to do it live, but I've not zoomed in as to whether it's Neil Armstrong or Buzz, but yeah.
But it's like, you've only got 2 of them. Could you not just name it?
But
I mean, could they not have released the same kit twice with a different name on the front? Just get twice the money.
I would say
Why is it a gift set?
Yeah, it looks more like Neil Armstrong.
Because it comes with paints and glue.
Yeah, they come with the bits and bobs.
But,
Paints
if
and
any
glue
of
and
you are into your Apollo stuff, it's a nice little close-up and a decent scale there.
What scale is it?
This is 1/8 scale.
That is, you know that is, don't you?
That's when Vladimir Putin went to the moon. I remember that.
Thingy, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, actually, on second thoughts, that doesn't look like either of them. But me, I'd put a pork pie out on these heads.
Yes.
But there you go.
Now, you do have to offer the usual word of caution with Revell figure kits, is that they are painted by chimpanzees on the box art. So that all
Can
our
we see what
viewers...
the gift set thing is? What the paints and glue you get? What paint you get? It was one of them pictures.
Yeah, it's probably every colour but flesh.
I didn't see
Probably-
white.
There you go. I'll click on it.
Yep, no white.
Yeah, what a wonderful selection of paints you get.
So, but we keep in mind they are actually really nice figure kits, but they're always really terribly painted on the box.
Yeah.
So don't let the box photographs put you off. They're actually nice figures, but we know all our viewers can do 1,000,000,000 times better than the Revell box. So
Absolutely.
They do
I mean,
get
You have
chimpanzees
your own
to paint
paints
the
as
box
well.
art.
So
one I can think of on that front is the infamous SWAT officer with the shiny clothing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's with the face made of like ceramic. Yeah, so they, despite the fact the box art looks terrible, they are actually really nice figure kits. So it's well worth it.
Yeah.
Well worth it if you want a good challenge painting a big size face.
But
They are nicely sculpted, so don't let the box art put you
Lou
off.
says it's a pole dancing astronaut.
Yeah.
Beck Storm says
Step down off the limb now.
Beck Storm says fake. Everyone knows the moon's flat.
Yeah, I had that argument with a flat earther and said it's around the globe. We all agree.
Yeah,
using the word globe.
Does it come with the studio camera models and everything?
Yeah, the little white lines on the bloke there. See, I always think of Capricorn 1, how that was.
That was an awesome film. That is an awesome film. Nobody remembers Capricorn 1.
And
awesome
you
film.
look at it and you think,
Yeah.
But that's retailing at $26.99, currently in stock, and it's kit number 03702.
I could see that coming with being painted in glow in the dark paint.
You
could really do a nice effect, couldn't you, with the dark background and things like that with it, and the right lighting.
I was going to do a joke about having including a 1/8 scale Oliver Stone, but it's not Oliver Stone that's supposed to have made the movie, is it? That's supposed to film the fake landing. It's the guy. What's his name?
Now. Yeah,
I can't think of the guy.
The one that did 2001, not Polanski.
Arthur C. No, was it Arthur C. Clarke? No,
the director. It's ruined it now because I've had to explain it.
Kubrick, isn't it?
Does it come with a 1/8 scale that included Stanley Kubrick?
Yes, Kubrick.
It's not going to work now, that joke, is it?
No.
You can hit refresh.
Click and refresh.
So item number 4.
Item number 4
is a really, really nice Mobius, a 1/8 scale EVA pod from the film 2001, A Space Odyssey.
Open the pod bay door, Hal.
Strangely enough, my mother's name's Eva.
Yeah, it's one of those. If you've seen the film, I know it's a little expensive, but if you've seen the film, you would want this kit because it
is what for a start. It's 1/8 scale, which is massive.
It's super massive. It's the only photo there is on there at the moment of it, but it really does look a nice kit.
Yeah, and there are literally, as far as I can tell, no other kits available of this other than resin ones, which will cost you 4 times as much.
This is it. So I mean, if it's a film that you're seriously into and you fancy a challenge and want to light this one up and do
I was just going to say you could light this up,
yeah, you could really get a nice kit out of this, and that is kit number 2001.
Ironically,
and it is $215.99, and it's in stock.
Yeah, but the retail price is £240. So
exactly. So you're making a saving straight away, and also we don't know how long these kits are going to be out for, because a lot of these ones that come out are a limited run. So if you are a space buff and fancy something unique, then grab yourself one of these kits.
And I have to say, I absolutely adore the fact they've used the correct font in the top right there. Because it was the dawning of the late 60s, early 70s sans serif font for futurism, like Eurostyle fonts and,
that's right.
and the Swiss fonts. Just the perfect sci-fi font, and they're still in use today for that kind of signage on spaceships.
Yeah, exactly. Really well. And if they're going to that with a box art, then it's going to be a beautifully made kit. So
I know I went off on a tangent, but I'm a real font nerd. When it comes to nerdy things, I'm a complete font Nazi. I'm a total font nerd. I really am.
I might have gathered that when you sent me through some
3,500.
Yeah, it's like, there's some fonts for you, Cole.
Yeah, Cole says to me, "Can you send me some fonts so I can do my own video titles?" I'm like, "Yeah, here's my font folder." There's like 6,000 fonts in it.
But you only need 2 of them.
Yeah. Well, here's all 6,000. I'm a real font nerd.
And we have now got the last one coming up, and it is one from my friend Vincent over at Mr. Lofts. It's the Revell 1/2700 scale Imperial Star Destroyer model gift set. Yeah,
in my head, I've got the klaxon sound on the bridge when they're
I mean, for me, it's an Imperial Star Destroyer, and I'm a lighting buff, as you all know, and the potential for lighting this one up is there, So if you fancy doing a bit of lighting, just think what you could do with the detail on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and having just done the Cat build, me and Star Wars, I could probably, see that as I don't know, some kind of NASA symbology on there or whatever, but
NASA Star Destroyer.
Space Force.
Oh, just get a massive Uber decal.
Absolutely, and that's kit number 06719.
Or you could go the complete Spaceballs route and just put a decal on the back saying "We brake for horses."
Yeah, you could put caution, wide load.
I think
Yeah.
you've got REC on the side.
How's our driving?
And that's coming in at £80.99.
Lovely.
Again, currently that one is in stock.
I do notice that the chat hasn't been bursting with potential suggestions for the theme.
Well,
and I don't have a clue
Yeah.
myself.
No, do you want to give us a recap, Colin? We'll see what.
Yeah, I'm just coming off a screen share, mate.
Oh no, give us a recap first. Remind everybody what.
Still learning.
Or have you closed them all down?
No. First one was the Italieri 1/24 scale Mercedes Benz.
Okay.
Let's put a picture of that up so you can see what one it was.
Trust MP4 Gigaspace.
The second one was the Space Legions colour set by Mig Jimenez.
Oh, we got it right this time.
Oh, yeah.
I
Right,
know,
you
I
pronounced it
listened.
correctly. It's not funny though when you get it
Then
right.
you've got the Academy 1/400 scale USS Missouri. A Rebel Apollo astronaut on the moon gift set. Mobius EVA pod from 2001 A Space Odyssey.
That wizard came from the moon.
Yeah.
There's no telling how far
finally,
down we got to go.
The Revell 1/700 scale Star Destroyer set.
I don't know. Are there any red herrings in there?
Yes.
Oh, there are red herrings. Okay, right. Just
all of them.
No, only one of them's the red herring.
Yeah, tonight's theme is big truck. Everything else is a red herring.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It's easy.
That's me back as everyone refreshed and dragged.
Oh yeah. You have to give the word, Cole.
Then go.
Yes, remember what is the theme?
Gotta
Now
watch.
we don't know, so Colin's got to keep a beady eye
I
on this.
don't know.
There's a correct answer coming straight away on my chat. I don't know if my chat's in the same order as yours. Would it be?
I hope it is.
Yeah, well,
if you got it set to live, we don't know what the right answer is.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of people are guessing it now. Well, the first person that popped up on my screen was Cynical Steve with Space.
It was that easy. Was it that easy?
It was that easy.
You need a little bit more training.
I'm looking too deep. That's my problem.
Because was the Missouri the red herring?
Gigaspace?
I'm going to guess the Missouri was the red herring, wasn't
Space Legions? Red herring? Apollo Space?
Because I thought it must be space, but there's the Missouri, and that was throwing me
Mobius
off.
Space?
Oh.
Imperial Star Destroyer Space.
Oh. I would. Oh, yeah.
I thought I'd go for a nice, easy one so that people don't hate on me.
It's all right. You've got time to make enemies yet. Don't worry about it. Yeah, well done, Cynical Steve. You've won yourself a mug. Is it a mug?
Yeah, it's a mug.
Yes.
Yep. Send your details in, and we'll get the guys at eModels to send you out a mug.
Hopefully that wasn't too painful.
That was fine, mate. Yeah, so just send an email. It's up there, ted@emodels.co.uk. Just include in the title that you've won a mug, name and address, and your YouTube name as well, so we know who you are. And we'll get it sent off to them, and they'll get your mug sent, if they've got any left.
Well, they did say if they do run out, they are getting more in, so to keep them, keep giving away mugs, because they'll keep it on a list.
Yeah. That's the good thing. When they do run out, they do get them in quite speedy, so they just keep your details.
Cynical Steve is saying he thinks he may have jumped the gun.
No, I think you should go, and then it came in.
You should go, so
yeah.
When you win a prize, what you do, Steve, is just shut up. Don't admit anything. Just shut up. Oh, I don't think I was valid. Shut up. Okay. I'll never forget. I've told this story before.
This is all done in fun. So
yeah,
absolutely.
I've told this story before, but I'll never forget going into a pound shop where everything was £1 to buy 3 small hand saws for £1 each, and the guy at the till charged us £2. And I said to because we're buying them for work, and I said to my colleague, just pay the money, go, pay and run, just pay and walk out the door. He's like, but I said, just go, just shut up.
I can remember my youngest lad when he was still at school, when he was in a pound shop, and he's like, Dad, how much do you reckon this was? This is then. I said, the clue's in the name, mate. We are in a pound shop. And he did not look happy with me.
So why is Fox's badge the wrong way around, says Frogspawn? Can you not, has nobody figured it out yet?
It's witchcraft.
It's dark magicery. Let me just try and reinforce the illusion a bit. What?
One of these things is not like the others.
This is like a modern version of Edward de Bono's lateral thinking course. Look at the wording on things here. There's clues all around how we've done this.
Someone did suggest it earlier on in the chat.
Oh yes. It's all jolly good fun. Like I said before, the Russians just used a pencil.
I know. I love the Russian. It's like when I look at Russian armor and things, it's that bare minimum of agricultural stuff to make it work.
Well,
it's function, isn't it? It's like,
yeah, they're getting it now. He printed it in reverse printed the shirt sticker. Yes, it's reversed. The t-shirt is manufactured the other way around.
Chris, did they not ask any questions when you put that request in?
No, I went and said it's for Foxx. I said, yeah, he's an idiot. Do it.
Yeah, it's not inside out. It's literally they printed the logo the other way around.
Well, I knew they could do it with a sticker, like a logo sticker thing, like they do. But these are all nicely embroidered, so I wasn't sure if that was possible. But he said, yeah, there's a setting on the machine. We can just flip it.
Yeah, just mirror it, I suppose. Yeah.
Well, you could have just taken the artwork reversed. But people don't know. But these aren't actually. People have asked us if they can get these T-shirts. They're not actually official eModels T-shirts because we asked Pete Mate for T-shirts for a couple of years and it never happened. So we just made our own.
We just go. Yeah, we got jackets. We got jackets that you can get from eModels by special request. But in the middle of summer, they just don't work.
Yeah. So like, Pete, can we get some T-shirts, please? Because it's too hot.
I've got me Festa mug.
Anyway, have we done everything? Have we got something else to do?
Yes. Is that me? That's my cue, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, we have. What am I doing? Oh, yes. We have a giveaway.
You've got it, or I have got it. If you need me, you got it.
I've got it. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm going to see if I can do the screen sharing this time because I made a mess of it last time and it all went to pot. So yes, we do have a giveaway this week. Yes. Let me see if I can press all the correct buttons.
If the stream ends now, it's Fox's fault.
Yeah, so share screen and share the other screen, not the one with the streaming software in it. There we go.
Oh, that means we can't. Oh, we can see it.
And then I go like this, and I hope there's nothing dodgy open in my browser. There we go. There we go. So yes, we are doing a giveaway this week. And unfortunately, my camera's right in front of the screen, so I can't see it.
Yay.
It is the Revell 135th Dingo 2 GEA2.3.Patsy hashtag kit number 03284. It's a big boxy thing. It's a modern day, what would you call these? They're not AFV. I suppose they are AFVs, aren't they?
Is it armoured personnel character or something like that?
Yeah, it seems that the German army has like an endless supply of different AFVs and personnel carriers. Have they got tanks? No, just like 32 different types of armoured personnel carrier. Yeah, dingo. Well, all their APCs and stuff are named after like canids, apart from the Foxx, which is named after a vulpine, but. Yeah, they're all named after dogs and stuff. So I don't know, like, if the German army has anything apart from just armoured personnel carriers.
Beckstorm said it's APC, and Ostrich says it's a big car with a gun.
Yeah,
that'd be BCG though.
Yeah, good description.
Yeah, it says GE, generally exceptional.
It's got a nice look about it, though, isn't it?
It's got a big blocky square look. Like it ain't going to take no nonsense from nobody, nor nothing either.
Yeah, it's that sort of 80s look, isn't it?
It's not built for miles per gallon, is it, with a profile like that?
They haven't drilled out the end of the barrel. Oh, that's triggering me, that is.
Oh, I'll get me Dremel out.
Yeah, so it's the Dingo 135th GE2, but I can't even read all that now. 135th Dingo 2GE A2.3.Patsy.
Dingo.
Yeah.
Is that an Australian dog?
It's an Australian canid, yes. It's a dingo.
Dingo.
They are little. These do give you little fun builds. These kits. They're only fairly straightforward. They're not particularly complex or anything, but they are quite nice fun builds. You can have some good fun with them. You could potentially, of course. I'm just going to say it. You know what I'm going to say.
Yeah,
Steve has already said it. You could Warhammer that up.
Yeah, Cynical Steve knows it. You could definitely do that. It's kind of gangster as well, which is. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. You can just go left on the thing and slide the images across. You don't have to click on them. Okay, I didn't know that.
Oh, you
Getting no picture from you, Foxx.
What?
Getting no picture from you, mate.
Hang on a second. Let me hang on.
Aren't we?
Are we not? You sure?
Yeah, I've got no picture for you this end, mate.
Yeah, I've got a picture.
No, nobody else is reporting that from.
Can everybody see me?
I can see it. I've locked on you as well. Yeah.
Okay. It might just be you, Cole. I'll refresh in a minute.
Let me load up the the video on YouTube and check.
Colin D. Tomasto says it's a miniature version of the A-Team van.
Yeah, it's kind of got an A-Team look to it. It's nice and boxy. So yes, you can win this. We'll be pulling a winner for it next week. So all you need to do, if you want to win this and have some good fun with that, because it's a nice blocky little thing, like a little diorama.
Yep, the video is coming through, so you're all okay.
Yeah. Yeah, good diorama fodder. Oh, it's actually got an engine in there as well. It's not just a curbside kit. It's always got a full interior. There you go. Lots of potential. I like the way it's all military, and then it's got this nice blue dashboard. It's kind of bizarre, isn't it? So you can drive in style while you're driving in heavy armour. If you want to win this, all you need to do is wait till this show has finished. And when the show's finished, after about 5 or 10 minutes, it'll just become a normal video on our channel. So all you need to do is wait till the show's finished, find this show as a video, and put a comment on the video. And for this, to win this, all you need to do is add a comment with a amusing but not necessarily accurate fact about
Australians.
Yeah, that'll do. An amusing but not necessarily correct fact about Aussies.
But family friendly.
Yes.
Or Australian jokes.
Yeah, and go off the understanding, of course, that we do believe that Australia actually exists. So, unlike some current conspiracy theories, which are stupid. So yes, put an amusing comment about, not necessarily correct, about Australia. And next Monday we'll come along and we will pick a winner, and that winner will win this wonderful little kit.
Yeah.
I shall stop sharing, and I shall press another button, and I shall do that. So there you go. Good luck. Get your answers in, and we'll pick a winner next Monday.
Right. I think on that note, that's about it for this evening. Have we done everything?
Are you back with us, Colin? Can you see us again?
Yeah, I can see you now, mate.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, right, good. Yeah, well, after a successful first time for Colin's What's in Store. Yeah, we got there in the end.
Menu discipline, lesson number one.
It was easy, but we'll need to make it.
We'll work him up to our level. Whose turn is it next time?
I'm just going to quickly refresh. Give me 1 second, guys.
It must be Chris.
Over a bit.
Don't think it's my turn.
There we go.
Well, it can, mate.
I think me and Foxx just think of the first easy word that comes into our head, and it's like, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's his turn again.
Well, yeah.
It's whose turn? It's either you or Ted, Chris, basically. One of you two.
I don't know. It might be Fox's turn again.
No, not my turn again. I did last week. Colin's turn.
I just wondered how much time I've got to think about it between now and next week.
About 10 minutes before the show.
About 10 minutes before the show.
How many of us? There's 4 of us, isn't there?
Yes.
So I think it might be my turn because I did mine on my birthday on the 9th, didn't I?
Are you actually physically? We could have just said it was
calendar. Yeah.
You could have just said it was Ted, and nobody would have.
No, I wouldn't. The viewers would know, and I'd get shouted at. So yeah, I think it's my turn next week. So get your caps on.
That's a relief because the week after that I might be ill.
Yeah, no, you won't. If Ted's not here, the show's off. There you go. Bang, cancelled.
Right, I think that's about time to wind it up for tonight. Thank you very much, everybody. It's been a great night once again on the eModels show. Don't forget, don't forget eModels, eModels.co.uk, your one-stop shop. And if they don't have it, they probably don't need it. But if they don't have it, if you ask them, they probably get it. And all the rest of it.
I think you just made that a lot more complex than it actually is.
Do we need to remind them, comment at the bottom of the YouTube video for the giveaway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So stick your comment. Facts about Australia. G'day, bro.
Yeah. If you can do an Australian accent, it's even better, Bruce.
Do keep it family friendly, because if you show any comments on screen, we need to make sure we're not showing rude things, because it's a family show. Family show.
I'm sure. Yeah, so that's for next week. Next week we'll do it all again. And same time, same place, same back channel. So until then, good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Bye.
Good night. Oh, hang on, I've got to press button.
Take care.
Yeah.
Keep waving. Keep waving. Press